the winner of tonight's showdown between conference rivals Waynedale and Norwayne, who meet for the second straight night following an extra inning thriller on Tuesday, with the three-time defending league champion Golden Bears in prime position to capture a fourth in a row with a win here at home tonight. It's live and free high school baseball taking over your Wednesday evening from Applecreek, and it's all coming up next.
She got that.
I'm Travis Big League Berardi, and you're watching baseball action exclusively on the OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside of the 89 Homes pre-game show where they are earning trust one building at a time. My name is Brian Skowronski. I am going to be part of your entertainment this evening, along with the amazing baseball that we have lined up. The top two teams in the WCAL meeting for a second consecutive night after playing in a thriller extra inning, 8-inning battle last night. Waynedale pulling out a 3-1 victory in that showdown, pitching their top two studs in that game and evening up in terms of the loss count at the top of the WCAL. Both of these teams only faced defeat once so far in the league. Norwayne had a nice little win streak going till Waynedale knocked them off last night. And with that, we'll tell you a little bit more about the Cats and how their season has been going so far up to this point as we take you inside of their team spotlight. And this is a veteran team. They've got 4 dudes in that vaunted senior class that are going to be playing at the next level coming up here. They are freshmen next season at the college ranks, and pretty gaudy in terms of the runs that they've scored and allowed so far this year. And they've played in a lot of tight games. Of their 4 losses, 3 times it's been by 2 runs or fewer. So this Norwayne team, very, very competitive. And Coach Gilmore, now in his first season, actually a teacher over here at Waynedale, very familiar with the opponent on the other side. He's got his team off to a great start, 8-1 in the league. Now go inside of our player spotlight tonight, and we are going with one of those seniors. How about Bo Poland in the season that he's been having? Dude's driven in 23 RBIs so far on the year. He's crossed home plate 16 times, and you know, he hits for average and power, batting about .420 so far on the year with an OPS over 1,000. So this dude's having a phenomenal season so far. Top 3 in just about every statistical category for Norwayne when it comes to the offensive side of things, and pretty solid defender as well for the Cats. There is Bo Poland getting ready. He's going to be the leadoff hitter tonight, sporting the number 4, as both coaches heading out to home plate now to have a face-off. And as mentioned, Coach Gilmore, he was an assistant here for Coach Lucas Doherty for the last several seasons. State championship runs for the Golden Bears, so there are going to be no secrets here tonight in terms of emphasis and influence and what they're trying to do when they're both in the batter's box defensively. But Waynedale, they're just so good. Sometimes it doesn't matter. As mentioned, they are the 2-time defending Division III state champions, and they hardly give up any runs on the season. Only 27 all year, which can be deceiving with the crazy run that they've had in terms of just the opponents that they've been scheduling here. And obviously Norwayne, a top contender within the WCAL, played them last night, get them today. They're going to be playing Berlin Highland, the defending Division IV state champions, coming up on Friday. That's a game that you can watch live and free right here on the OH Report. And I might have jumped the gun there on this graphic. They can put themselves in a position to win the crown with a victory here, but it will still just be 2 losses for Norwayne, and they'll have to at least win 1 of 2 games against Doughton next week to clinch a championship. And now our player spotlight tonight for the Golden Bears, going with a freshman. What a season. I mean, if you're batting cleanup for a team that's just won state championships each of the last 2 years, that's unbelievable. And hitting for average, dude's been hitting with a lot of power too. Shouldn't say RBI, that's his OPS there, that second number. So this dude, Cameron Miller, he's really enjoying a dynamite season. It's been crazy to see him just arrive on the scene and make an instant impact right away here for this Golden Bears club that, you know, a little bit younger. They do have 3 freshmen in the starting lineup here tonight and have both of those for most of the season, but it also makes it incredibly exciting for the future when you think about they're obviously built to win right here and now. They've got some some quality players in the junior and senior ranks, 4 seniors, but they also have a very bright future. So what decides tonight's game? We'll dive inside my keys to victory, brought to you by 89 Homes, and get some leadoff runners on here tonight if you're Norwayne. Anytime that you can put the first guy on, it just kind of, you know, lightens the mood a little bit for the next batters coming up. And obviously, when you got a duck on the pond, it can lead to some scores. And Steingas, the starter tonight, he's got to come out and throw some gas. This dude in the mid-80s with his fastball, if he can have some solid command, could be Norwayne's night. Could leapfrog Waynedale for the top spot in the WCAL. But it is not easy to beat the Golden Bears here at home, especially when they get some early runs and they knock out extra base hits. So this is a team that scored a ton of runs already on the year, as we showed you, and they've been pretty dynamic too in terms of getting those extra base hits all year. So if that trend continues here tonight, no reason why Waynedale can't walk away with a season sweep of Norwayne, who they have split the conference championship with each of the last 2 seasons. On the mound tonight, starting for Waynedale, Jordan Miller, getting his 4th start of the season. 2 wins against 1 loss so far and 19 innings pitched. Because last night, the top 2 guys, I mean, they really have 2 aces on the squad. When you look at what both Otto Scherzano has done along with Shane Koblenz. Otto started the game, went 5 strong, turned it over to Koblenz, who pitched the last 3, struck out 5. So that's why Miller's getting the start here tonight. And here is the first pitch. And this one is sky high and drifting out of play. So a first pitch strike here to Bo Poland. And now he'll get this one in play, and he'll shoot it through the gap right in between the shortstop and third baseman. And that's one of my keys to victory, getting that lead runner on. Job done here for Bo Poland. Another look on the Home and Kitchen Supply instant replay. See Bolin getting quick out of the box. Lefties typically do. And he's on board for Mike Steingas here, the number 2 hitter. Takes a big cut here at strike 1. Miller, the 0-1 pitch. And it's a little bit outside. That'll even up the count. Small lead for Poland. And he's going to take off, though. And he's got some wheels. He gets in there. Ball escapes all the way out to the center fielder. And now Poland to third, and that's where he will hold up. So an excellent start here for the Cats. Getting a runner over to third base, no outs. So the 1 pitch, and this one a bit upstairs, ball 2. Now Miller sends this one upstairs as well, so that'll put the second man on. Steingas gonna make his way over to first on a walk. And it'll bring up that dude, Lucas Dude, having a great senior season so far. Hitting right around 400 on the season. And looking for his 15th RBI here. First pitch misses its mark. And quickly falling behind in the count again, here is Jordan Miller. Runner takes off, and it hit. Must have clipped Doot right there, so that will put him on. And the bases are gonna be chucked, and that's gonna be the first mound visit already. Doc's gonna have to send himself out, try to calm down Miller. So Poland with the lead-off single, followed by Steingas walked. Duke gets hit. And now Ashton Snyder, the cleanup hitter, will get his opportunity. Base is loaded. These are the type of situations that you dream about, of course, as a hitter. And he's been slugging .600 so far on the year. So a great guy to have up. And he's going to have a big hit down the left field line. 2 runs will score. And it's a 2 RBI single for Ashton Snyder. So a big hit for Snyder brings both Poland and Steingas home. And Norwayne in prime position to try to add to this lead here with Logan Dickler up at the dish. Miller looking to settle in, first pitch strike. But the second one's gonna hop. Wild pitch. Gets away from the catcher. And Tristan Franks has to retreat to the backstop as both runners will advance to second and third. Big cut and a miss that time though. So a pair of strikes now on the number 5 hitter. This one just a little bit low that time. So 2-2 the count. Trey Ballas on deck. As that one skips in there to make it full. Big spot here for Miller. Trying to keep the score just at 2-0. And the payoff pitch. Skied up. Second baseman will come over and make the play. So Colin McLaughlin gets the first out. And that'll bring up Trey Ballas to the dish. Ballas hitting .241 on the season. Four RBI. And running on second and third. Pitch number 1 in there. Burns the corner for a strike. And he'll swing on that one as well. So a good start here for Jordan Miller. Punch out the number 6 hitter. The 1-2 pitch, and it'll be high and outside. Ballas showed a little bit of patience in there at the plate. And he'll take a big cut at this one, skies it out to right. Runners will tag, the catch is made in the play. Not going to be made at the plate. So Ballas with a sac fly. And Norwayne increases their advantage to 3-0. This is Jacob Bruner. Bruner, a .320 on-base percentage so far this season. Hitting out of the number 7 spot here tonight. And they'll see the first strike here of this at bat. 1-1 the count. The pitch. And takes a couple hops. And it's fielded and thrown away. So the throwing error from short leads to 2 more Cat runs. So the runner reaches on the error. And it is quickly 4-0 here in the top half of the opening inning. And Coach Gilmore telling me that last night a bit of an anomaly for his team, not hitting the ball very well, just putting up the 1 run. This is a little bit more their speed. Team that's knocked out now over 150 hits for the season. And they'll get a foul tip right here. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And Garrett Schmidt at the dish. Hitting .240 on the season. Runner goes. The throw is off target here from Franks. So another stolen base. A couple of them so far here in the opening inning for Norway. This one outside. Ball 3. And Schmidt takes that one looking. So that'll load up the count. The lefty skies this one back out of play. So he'll live to fight for another pitch. This one fouled back as well. So a good battle going here between Schmidt and Miller. As Norwayne has nearly gone through the order here to start things off. Mason Moyer on deck, the number 9 hitter. And that one's upstairs, so we will see Moyer. 3rd walk of the inning for Jordan Miller, who had just 7 walks all season and 19 innings pitched heading into today. Well, you're one of those dudes that you love at the bottom of the order. Hits for average, over 340 on the year. And an on-base percentage of 480. Pitches upstairs. And that one skied up, so a chance for Miller to get out of the inning as he gets called off, and the catch is made by Steiner, but the damage is done. 4 runs on 2 hits for Norwayne. And the Bobcats with a healthy lead heading to the bottom of the first.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Bit of a shaky start to kick things off here in Applecreek for Jordan Miller and the Waynedale defense, but they'll get their first opportunity coming up here in the batter's box to try to eat away at this 4-run deficit. I'm Brian Skowronski, going to be with you here this afternoon for this awesome first-place game in the WCAL. Both teams checking in with 1 loss each in the conference. Waynedale 10-1, Norwayne 8-1 overall. They still have a couple of series to play. Bears will finish up their WCAL portion of the schedule against Downton next week. And when they get to action here, it'll be Tate Venables leading things off. Venables hitting .310 so far this season. Gets on base a little bit better than 4 every 10 at-bats. And the first pitch from Steingas is in there for a strike. Still perfect on the season at 4-0 to start the day. It's his 361st pitch of the season and his second of the night. Leads to a pop-up, and the first out here is Ashton Snyder, who had the big 2 RBI single in the opening frame, comes up to make the grab. So 2 pitches, 1 down here for the Bobcats. Now Tristan Franks enters the batter's box. Tristan with a .324 on base percentage so far this season. All 15 of his hits so far have been singles. And the lefty with a big cut here. That'll even up the count, 1-1. Steingas misses the mark that time. So Frank's able to slightly get ahead in the count. But a swing and a miss here. 2-2 now. And this one marked down the right field line. This will go for extra bases. And he's looking for more than two. Turning the corner, and Franks slides in. Is he out? He is. Gunned down at third. Excellent relay throw. Wow. And then how about Steingas over there covering third? In there to make the play. Check this out on the Home and Kitchen Supply replay. Oh man, that is so close. Right in a cloud of dust. And the umpire rolls him out, so it'll go down as a double. That would have been the first extra base hit of the season for Franks. Now up Shane Koblenz. 333 average so far on the season. And he smacks this one right at the second baseman. So 3 up, 3 down for Waynedale here in the bottom of the first. Unable to respond after the Bobcats drop a crooked number in their offensive half. So we head to 2. Still 4-0 in favor of Norwayne. Second inning action here in Applecreek. We'll see the top of the order again for Norwayne after getting all 9 hitters through en route to a 4-run top of the first. And we've got a pitching change here for Waynedale. 4 earned runs for Jordan Miller in the first, so they'll turn it over here to Tate Venables. This one fouled back by Bo Poland. Had a leadoff single back in the first. Looking to do more of the same here in his second at bat. And that ball will hop in there low from Venables. So 2-1 the count. And Venable deals. That's going to be just a bit inside. Ball 3. And Poland, who's hitting .417 on the year, sees the count loaded up. The pitch, and it's fouled off. So Poland stays alive. And now he'll send a chopper down to first, and it's handled for the first out. Taken there by Logan Troyer. So that'll bring up Steingas, walked his first plate appearance. And it's strike 1. Second pitch from Tate. And that's heading down the first base line for the out. So an excellent start here for Tate Venables, coming on in relief for Jordan Miller. And now Lucas Dute. First pitch swing. Heading out to left, and it's bouncing foul. Just a shade out down the left field line. And now the 0-1 pitch in there for strike 2. Ooh, breaking ball just misses low. And Venables just outside here. So evens the count, 2-2. Back-to-back balls. And this one heading out of play. Venables looking to set down. Due to .528 on base percentage so far this year. And he keeps the at bat alive, slaps that one foul down the first base end. On a gorgeous day here in Applecreek. Sun is shining, temperatures in the 70s. Little breeze coming through. And now Duke hops this one to the second baseman, and he's in there. Great speed. Big chop, and it'll go down as a single. So Duke now brings up Ashton Snyder. Hit 2 RBI single in his first plate appearance Another big cut, this one heading towards center, but it'll be squeezed and cut. So no damage done here in the top of the second as Norwayne set down. We'll see Waynedale up at offense next.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Waynedale up to bat for the second time tonight. Bottom two, trailing 4-0. And they'll start things off with Cameron Miller, stud freshman in our player spotlight tonight. And he comes out cutting on the first pitch here from Steingas. So it'll be strike one. Miller hitting .480 so far on the year. But he's behind 0-2. And able to spray this one over into the Norwayne dugout. Gets a nice piece of this one. Little hopper back to the second baseman. And so far it's been 4 hitters faced in 4 out. Be his first plate appearance of the evening. Hitting .333 so far on the season. $16 hits, 4 of those singles so far on the campaign. And that's Jordan Miller on deck as he looks at the first strike here of the at-bat. And a nice breaking ball in there. This one shot down the third base line, but hops foul. So solid contact here for Steiner. Steingas from the stretch gets it in there. This one again down the third base line. This time it is fair. And turning the corner, heading for second is Braden Steiner. So a 1-out double. And Norwayne now in business with their first base runner. Second look, good piece of hitting there and getting out of the box pretty quickly as well.
Here we go, Jordan. Here we go, 1-5. Come on, kid.
And you got to love the little shimmy. Makes the ladies here in Applecreek go wild. Brings up Miller. Skies this one back. Miller, the starting pitcher tonight. Relieved after 1 inning of duty. And probably short notice for him to come out here and start, I would imagine, with both Otto and Koblenz pitching last night. Jordan hitting .255 on the year. On base percentage of .397. And he watches this one hop off of home plate. And that will allow Steiner to sneak his way over to third. So heads up base running there by Braden Steiner, as he is just one bag away from trying to carve away his deficit. And the 1-2 pitch from Steingass. This one sails over the Norwayne dugout out of play. Fabulous crowd on hand here this afternoon in Applecreek as well. Plenty of lawn chairs. That one upstairs. So 2-2 outside as well with that pitch. This one's sinking. And must have caught a piece of the bat. Check swing. Minimal contact. And the count stays the same, 2-2. Steingass, who has a 1.67 ERA on the year. Gets a swing and a miss for his first K of the night. Now Colin McLaughlin will get his chance stepping in after Miller goes out with the big cut. First pitch in there low. That's Steiner standing over on third. Hoping for an opportunity. The 1-1 pitch. And that one gets away. Here comes Steiner. And that'll trim the deficit down to 3 as Waynedale gets on the board here at home. And it was a costly error last night in the 8th inning by the right fielder. Ended up kind of costing the Bobcats towards the end of that one. And now they cost themselves a run here on the DURF'S home improvement scoreboard. As McLaughlin looks at the pitch, and that one's in there for a strike. And this one fouled back and right off the top of the Waynedale dugout. The at-bat stays alive here for Colin. He's had a great year, hitting .438. Steingass taking his time, getting comfortable there on the bump. And now deals. And it's a second strikeout of the frame to end the bottom of the second. But the Golden Bears get their first run within 4-1 as we head to the third. Top of the third on the way here from Applecreek. And it'll begin with Logan Dickler coming up to the dish. Logan flew out his first time up tonight. And now the second inning here for Tate Venables. Venables was a great looking pitch there to start things off. And this one smashed though, straight away center. And it's over the fence, home run for Norwayne. Big deep shot here for Logan. So stretches the lead right back out to 4 after Waynedale put one on the board in their offensive half of the second. And there he is. An exuberant meeting there at home plate from his boys. And I believe that's just the third dinger all year for Norwayne. Up and down the lineup. Have not had a ton of big, powerful hits like that, but with the wind blowing, RBI in his first at bat, clear back in the first. And he'll swing here at the second pitch of the at bat. So Venables getting ahead in the count. And that one coming up well short, taking a hop off the front of home plates. And that ball too. So 2-2 the count. As this one fouled down the third base line. So the count remains the same. Venables deals, and it's in there for a strike. And he gets his first K of the evening. Got him looking too. So you drop one of those reverse Ks on him. As Jacob Bruner steps into the box for the second time. Bruner reached on an error back in the first. And now he slaps this one at the shortstop. It's handled. Well done there by Miller. Two down now here in the bottom of the third. First place up for grabs in the WCAL. Waynedale 10-1, Norwayne 8-1 right now in the league. And it's ball number one here to Garrett Schmidt. Looking to get on base for the second time here this evening. Walked in his first plate appearance. And he slices this one over near the Norwayne dugout. Down at 1-1. Schmidt hitting .240 on the year. Got 6 hits. And now he's ahead in the count. The 2-1 pitch. And basically the same result from the last time he fouled it off to even things up. Venables trying to get out of the inning here from the bump. And that one comes in low, loads up the count. The pitch. This one launched the left field. And under it for the out is Cameron Miller. So Norwayne gets the home run from Dickler. And that's it in the third as we head to the bottom half. Golden Bears coming up to the plate. Back here in Applecreek for the bottom half of the third. Waynedale trailing 5-1. And they've got a leadoff hit here. Logan Troyer. Troyer smacking that one out to the left field side and gets his 6th hit of the season. Now up Hudson Barkman, the number 9 hitter. hoping to set the stage for the top of the lineup. And he'll do just that. Pieces this one out right in the gap. So back-to-back singles. In the third inning, off to an excellent start here in the offensive portion for Waynedale. Enter Tate Venables into the batter's box. Venables hitting .310 so far on the season. 722 OPS. The 1-0 pitch from Steingass. It's laid down. A pretty decent one as well. That will advance the runners. So a sacrifice bunt gets Troyer to third. Barkman now standing on second. And Tristan Franks on his way up. Franks smashed a double in his first at bat, but got a little greedy, if I may. Tried to make his way to third and just got thrown out. Steingass only giving up 4 season. And he gets this one knocked out of play. 0-2 now the count on Franks. Who's got an on-base percentage of .325 on the year. And he smokes this one out of play as well. So 3 foul tips. On deck. And Tristan, huge opportunity here to try to drive in a couple of runs. But this one again. The count remains 0-2. Steingass sets and delivers upstairs. And that one high as well, so back balls now from the right hand of Mike Steingass. And the pitch, smoke back off of the fence. Good at bat going right now, Tristan Franks. Been making contact just about every pitch so far, every swing that he's had. He has indeed made contact, but not this time. Off speed and third strikeout for Steingass. Pitch outside. And the 1-0 drilled to center, but Norwayne makes the catch to end the threat. So back-to-back singles to start the bottom of the third. Golden
Travis Big League Berardi, and you're watching baseball action exclusively on the OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Mason Moyer up to face Trent Venable here in the top half of the fourth. And a swing here to start with a strike. "5-1 the score. If you're just joining us, Norwayne dropping a crooked number in the first. Able to get 4 runs, just 2 hits. 3 walks, several errors, and that was the only inning pitched for Jordan Miller, who got the start here. Venables has come in and done a great job here these last couple of games, including getting a strikeout. Second time Venables has got someone to strike out here tonight. And that brings the Bobcats to the top of the order with Bo Poland sending this one back out of play. Last time up, singled back in the first. Now Venables deals this one 1-1. And that one outside. So back-to-back balls now for Venables. And now 3 straight. So 3-1 the count. As the lefty Poland stands in, and he'll take this one over the outside. Up. Nice job framing that up. But this one too tall, and it'll put Poland on. Just couldn't make that one believable with the framework job. So 1 down and 1 man on now, standing over on first, Bo Poland. Making way for Mike Steingass, starting pitcher tonight. And Steingass swinging at the first pitch, and Waynedale gets the lead runner at second. Excellent play in the hole. Check out Jordan Miller. So 2 down now. On the fielder's choice. And now enter Lucas Dew to the batter's box. Slugging .605 so far on the year. And a first pitch strike from Venable, getting ahead in the count. hoping he can shut things down here. The 0-1 pitch. And on the back of the calves, it'll catch Doot. And he'll roast his way down to first base. So 2 men on now with a couple of outs. And the cleanup hitter, Ashton Schneider, on his way into the batter's box. Flew out last time up, but had the big 2 RBI single back in the first to open up the scoring. And this one for a double is Schneider. Now a 3 RBI performance for Ashton. Dickler homered his last time up, had a solo shot over the deepest part of the park. And looks at ball 1 here. Venables gets in a strike. 1-1 now the count. 2 down here in the frame. And now back-to-back strikes. Logan keeping the bat on his shoulder. And the pitch. Right back at Venables. And he'll underhand it over to first for the final out here of the top of the 4th. So we'll see you for the bottom half. Golden Bears coming back up to bat.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Bottom part of the 4th, Waynedale trailing here at home. Looking to eat away at this 5-run deficit with first place on the line in the WCAL tonight. Golden Bears able to pull out a 3-1 victory last night in Creston. Took them 8 innings to do so. Tonight, Bobcats came out with an excellent start to the game. 4 runs in the first. They added another in the 3rd and then 1 in the top half. As Mike Steingass looking to go to 5-0 on the season. And he'll get a pop out down the 3rd base line here to open up the inning. So Cameron Miller pops out. And that'll bring up Braden Steiner, who scored the only Golden Bears run. And it'll be ball one here to Steiner. And now 2-0 the count. And that one low, so well ahead here is Braden Steiner. He's got a .455 on percentage. Strike there from Steingas. And Steingas seldom puts people on base via the walk. As this one drifts foul down the third base line. Steingas got a good chunk of that. Now Braden with the count full. Smacks it, but right at the third baseman. And the play is made by Lucas Dupe for the second out. Nice job of getting back into that at-bat for Steingas after pitching 3 consecutive balls to open up the at-bat against Steiner. Now Jordan Miller at the dish. Struck out his last time up. McLaughlin on deck. And that pitch in there for a strike. This one foul tipped. 2 strikes now on Jordan Miller. The 1-2. And this one slapped. Taken by Duke. And he gets the last 2 outs to end the 4th. So we will make our way to the top of the 5th, where Norwayne will look to add to their lead. Fifth inning set to begin here in Applecreek. Venables going to remain on the bump. And his next opponent stepping into the batter's box, Trey Ballas, who he struck out looking last time these two faced off. And the first pitch hit squarely right back to the third baseman, and the play is Steiner. So a quick out here for the Golden Bears to start off the fifth. That. Venables behind in the count. And Tate again misses downstairs. And it's a pretty good sized strike zone out there. As Tanner takes for a called strike here. And now the 3-1 pitch. Big cut. As that will make the count full. The payoff pitch on the way. And that one will miss as well. So a walk here to Tanner in his first plate appearance. Now Garrett Schmidt will get his third opportunity. Walked in the first. Fly out in the third. And with a runner on first, looks at a called strike. That one inside, 1-1 now the count. Tanner with a slim lead over off first. Brush back Schmidt. So 2-2, the count evened up. As Tanner goes, and there's contact. But it's fouled off, and we'll do it all over again. And this one slicing foul down the third base line. The 2-2 yet again from Venables. Runner goes. And foul tipped. So Tanner gonna head back over to first as the at-bat continues. First base here from Venables. Now set, fires, and he got him looking. Third strikeout of the game for Tate Venables. And there's now 2 down here in the fifth. And it's Mason Moyer at the bottom of the order. Looking now the 1-1 pitch. Bulls checks over at second. Kicks, steals, and it's right in there for strike two. Tanner takes his lead. Koblenz in behind him on the bag. And we'll get time called here in the batter's box by Moyer. Venables off speed, and that's cracked foul. Just trying out of the eight with no more damage done. Already trailing by 5. And we'll get another foul tip here from Moyer. Had this one tipped off the corner of his face guard. And just a little love tap there from the umpire. Let him know, I feel you. It happens sometimes. It's a dangerous spot back there behind the plate. But not this time. Venables with his second. Look at some of the numbers across the board here. Waynedale's done a decent job collecting hits. You know, they've got 4 of them. They just have not been able to cash in. It's been pretty superb pitching so far from Mike Steingass, who started the day with a 1.16 ERA, and he has been true to form so far. Outside of that first inning, Waynedale and Venables only allowed 2 runs after a big 4-run first 2 RBI single from Ashton Snyder, who later came through with an RBI single in the 4th. Outside of that, we saw a sac fly from Trey Ballas. Snyder scored on it. From Logan Dickler. And the score for Waynedale came on a throwing error as well. So that one error to Norwayne's name. Bit of a cost, but sizable lead here. And the Golden Bears down to their final 9 outs here. So we're going to get a change in the line. And now the stage is set for Logan Troyer. This is just his second plate appearance of the night. Had a single earlier in the 3rd. And makes contact here, swinging on the first pitch. That one displaced out of bounds for a foul. As Barkman's on deck, awaiting his turn. Checking Tyson over at first. Steingass throws down. The 0-1. This smacks the second baseman, the flip, and the double play. Not able to get turned. Garrett Schmidt couldn't squeeze it. It was there in time, but the leadoff runner is out. So the ground out on the RBI fielder choice, or excuse me, just the fielder choice. I wish I got an RBI there. Do a few more of those. At the for a strike. One. As that one slicing well out of play. 2 strikes now on Hudson Barkman. Mike lobs that one in there. Off speed, too tall. The count even at 2-2. Minimal lead off of first. And that one outside. Full count, the situation now for Hudson. And Steingas from in there, and this one down the left field line takes a couple of ups. And that will be a single for Hudson Barkman. And gets Waynedale back to the top of the order for Tate Venables. Done a nice job in a relief stretch. He's pitched the last 4 frames.
Hey, come on, Tate. Hey, help yourself out here, kid.
So looking for his first hit of the night. Had a sacrifice bunt back in the 3rd. Did his thing, advanced the runners. Waynedale, though, came up empty-handed. Nice big cut here at the off-speed pitch. And that allows Steingas to get ahead in the count. This one slapped at the 3rd baseman. A running throw is due for the 2nd out of the inning. The runners advance. Troyer now on 3rd. Barkman over to 2nd. And here comes Tristan Franks. The lefty. With a .246 slugging percentage on the year. Has driven in 6 runs. But this one skied high to the right fielder. So once again, the threat. That'll do for 5 full head. 6th. Norwayne comfortably in front.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Venable stays on the bump here to open up the top of the 6th, where Norwayne is back to the top of the order. Poland, Steingas, and Doot due up. Here he is. Poland got on base via walks his last time up. And he swings at first pitch. But he's going to get punched down over at first. On the play by the shortstop, Jordan Miller. So the starting pitcher, Mike Steingass, now in his 4th at bat. Walked the first time up, flew out in the 2nd, and then a fielder's choice, his last at bat in the 4th. And he takes a first pitch. Big swing, no connection, and he's ahead in the count. This one foul tipped. Catching a little piece that time was Steingass. He's hitting .422 on the year in OPS of 1.174. Can't even process that. Looking for his 20th hit of the year. This one lobbed at the third baseman. The throw on target, but it's not in time. Tough play for Steiner. Take a second look on the home and kitchen supply replay. It was dribbled over to third, and the throw, the stretch, it was all there. Just about a fraction behind. So Steingass on base for the second tonight, as he does collect his 20th hit of the year. .14th single for Creek. And I think he's got a pretty good reputation. Got some hardware. Thought he got him. They did not. They say Jordan with the tag came late. And an excellent slide there from Steingass. So just does slide in underneath the tag attempt. So this pitch in there for a called strike. So 2-1 now the count. And the runner advancing to second. Steingass takes his lead. And the pitch is in there, 2-2 now. Duke lobs this one to left, and it's going to be caught for the second out of the frame. First time tonight, Waynedale has been able to get Lucas out. See why he signed to play at the next level. Matter of fact, 4 members of the senior class will be playing college baseball next year. And Ashton Snyder sees a first pitch strike here from Venables. Been an excellent so far from the batter's box. A couple of on 2 singles. But he's able to, and it's too hot to handle for Steiner. So well hit, likely considered a single. So 3 hits now for Ashton Snyder on the night, making way for Logan Dickler. Had that solo shot back in the 3rd. Before grounding out in the 4th. On the corner. No one goes anywhere. The 1-0 pitch, and the runner acts like he's going to take off for second, and then Logan retreats. Righty on righty battle here. This time Logan will take off the throw down the second, and it gets away. That'll bring in run number 7 on the night for Norwayne as Mike Steingast. With his second run of the night. Good eye here from Logan Dickler. So 2-2, evening things up. Now Venables with a toss over to second. Tate hoping to get out of the frame here with this pitch. And it's an RBI double for Logan. So 2 runs scored here in the last few pitches for the Bobcats. And it's Ashton Snyder scoring for the second time tonight. Lucas Doherty makes a pitch out to the hill. And it looks like Venables' night is done from the bump. As we watch the Home and Kitchen Supply replay. Schneider coming home on the RBI hit from for Logan Dickler. And the book now closed on Tate Venables, who went 4 2/3 inning in relief. And a big thank you to our generous sponsors, allowing us to be out here live and free tonight. Thank you to DURF'S Home Improvements. If you can dream it, they can build it. Scout and construction. For more info, 419-989-7240. Home and Kitchen Supply, your one-stop shop for kitchen and baths, windows and doors since 1970. Sutton Bank, 9 homes, building homes, earning trust since 1979. And a big thank you to Lori Miller for supporting us, capitalizing for 4 runs in the opening inning. Not looked back, trying to go on top of the league standings solo, where they were before last night's meeting with Waynedale. Had a spotless 8-0 record under their first-year coach, Joey Gilmore, who you may recognize the name if you're a Waynedale fan, was a assistant here for several seasons before taking that job in October. And the first pitch will sail out of harm's way here. This is Colton Roeder taking over on the mound. With another called strike. The pitch is They're down to their last 6 outs, though. Mike Steingass hoping to seal the deal here tonight. Got 2 innings to go as we have reached the bottom of the 6th, and the Bobcats in front 8-1. Our first ever live stream here from Applecreek on the OH Report. So for those of you out there watching, thanks for enjoying this action live and free. Steingass has been brilliant so far tonight. The lone Waynedale run happened on an error. That back in the 2nd inning. And now that's the 2nd strike here of the at-bat. As Shane Koblenz standing in here, the righty. Trying to get on base for the first time tonight. As the count even up now at 2-2. Shane grounded out his first at bat, flew out in the 3rd. Now we'll get a visit from the catcher. Got some special instructions, I'm sure, here for Mike. He has gone 5 innings strong so far. The run unearned. He's only allowed 4 earned runs so far on the season. And well on his way to a 5-0 record. A lot of heat behind that one. Slap foul. So the count remains even at 2-2. And the pitch. It's way high, but it'll go down as a base hit. Koblenz taking a swing out to left field, and he is on to start the frame. Just the 2nd time tonight that Waynedale has been able to get a leadoff runner out on the base pass. And that'll bring up freshman Cameron Miller. Grounded out, popped out his last time up. But Miller has been fantastic all season long for Coach Doc. 480 slugging percentage. And a stolen base in there to 2nd. Goes Shane Koblenz. Braden Steiner on deck. From the stretch, here comes the pitch, and it hops his way in for ball 2. The pace slowing down here a bit for Steingas. Who resets up there on the bump. And now he'll deal. And brushing Miller back as he's ahead in the count. 3-1 for the freshman. And we'll get a balk. That'll advance action there for Shane. Big lead off a second, and now just one bag away from trying to eat into this cushion. As the first 2 runners are now on as Miller walks. He'll be a runner for the first time tonight. Deck. Left. The catch is made, but tagging up and scoring here is Shane Koblenz. So it'll be an RBI sac fly for Steiner. And the first out of the frame. A strikeout and a ground out to his resume here tonight. Pitch is in low. Ball 1. This cloud's starting to move in a little bit here in Applecreek. It's been an otherwise gorgeous evening as this one slaps at the shortstop, and they'll get the lead off runner out as Miller comes sliding into second. But the catch by Snyder takes care of him, and that's now 2 down in the frame. And we'll get a new hitter into the box. I've just got a last name. This is Yoder. And according to my numbers, this will be his first official at-bat of the season. So in the same 7 spot, Colin McLaughlin started the night. Struck out his first at bat. Tyson Troyer spelled him out. He had a single back in the 5th. And now, here's Yoder. Sounds like his first name is Adam Yoder. And he makes good contact, and he'll get on. So how about Coach making some quality decisions here in the 7th spot? Coach Doherty gets a single out of Troyer, and now from Adam Yoder. Runners on first and second. Foul tip here for Logan Troyer. And Hudson Barkman waiting on deck. He's been perfect so far tonight with a pair of singles. But a big cut. And now behind 0-2 here in the count goes Troyer. The pitch, this time low. Steingas looking to work his way out of a little jam. This one Lofted into the outfield, find its way into the gap. 1 run will score, brings Yoder to third, and an RBI triple for Logan Troyer. RBI single, rather. So the second hit of the night for Logan, and that will bring up Barkman. So 2 earned runs here for Steingas in the 6th. As Waynedale put a little pressure on. To 3 now. And with any kind of base hits, they would make it so the situation could potentially be in a bases loaded situation. 1 swing of the bat potentially could tie it. But a great first pitch strike dealt in there by Mike. The 0-1. And looking to send that one to Jupiter there was Barkman. Barkman's got 12 hits on the year, 11 of them singles. But he'll swing and miss here for the final out of the 6th. Waynedale, though, with a couple of runs. Bobcats will have a chance for some insurance when we come back for the top half of the 7th. We got to come directly back because K9 Cam is back. And that's what we do best here on the OH Report. Sports come secondary when there are dogs in the vicinity. That's why we've got this special graphic, and we don't play no games other than the K9 Cam when they're around. So shout out to that young lady with the beautiful braid for bringing her corgi. And how about the Waynedale softball team hanging out? Being some good spectators after their matchup with Norwayne. Don't have a count on how that went. I'll see if I can find out. Anyone know what happened in softball? So we've got our director, Adam, going over to find out how their matchup against the Bobcats turned out. Troyer pitching. 12-1 the final count. Appreciate Waynedale for giving us the score. As that one bounces down around the ankles for a new batter into the mix. This is Dylan Tanner again. Checked in back in the 5th. And look at the strike bending in there. Nice sauce that time applied by Troyer. And the pitch. just missing low. So looking at a 2-2 count now. Tanner, big slicing cut, and that one will fade out of the action. And the lefty kick steals, and it's inside. Caught him looking. Gorgeous there. And look at the bend. So Logan Troyer gets the first man out and starts his second batter with a called strike. This is Garrett Schmidt, fooled by that one. So ahead in the count, 0-2. Ball sinks low. So the 1-2 pitch, and that's popped back out of play. Troyer on in relief, the fourth pitcher to take the mound tonight for Waynedale. After burning out their top two arms last night in a huge win, 8-inning, 3-1 victory to get the dub, as they'll get the second out here. It's now up to the number 9 hitter, Mason Moyer, to try to keep the inning alive here for the Bobcats. Mason struck out looking his last time up. He's 0 for 3 so far tonight. This one takes a hop at the front of the plate. Makes the count 1-1. High, and the catch will be made. So we will now head to the bottom of the 7th. Golden Bears down
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
the bottom of the 7th, and we've got a new pitcher on, Braden Harlclough, stepping in, filling in for Mike Steingass, who put in 6 quality innings of work, allowed a couple of earned runs, and guess what? It's money time. Looks like Norwayne's going to be cashing a big check here tonight that would leapfrog them over Waynedale to the top of the standings. But here, so we'll see what they're able to do with it. Back at the top of the order with Tate Venables up. Flew out, sack bunt in the 3rd, and a ground out in the 5th. So we love this. Venables, 412 on. Venables, 412 on base percentage. Try to get a duck on the pond. Good eye right there. Catches that one in the dirt. Cloud. 3rd baseline. Do it again. But he'll go down swinging here. And there's the first pitch of the at-bat in there for a strike on the swing. 0-2 on strike on the swing. 0-2 on Franks, who's hitting 246 on the year. Looking for hit number 17 on the season. Down to their final out. Koblenz now up, grounded out in the 1st, flew out in the 3rd, singled last inning. Nice pitch to start things off. And it's going to land in there for a double as Koblenz finds his way over second and gives him a little golf celebration. So the pulse still beating here, with 2 down in the bottom of the 7th. And Cameron Miller on. Miller standing in there with a .557 on base percentage. And he smacks this one right in front of the center fielder. There'll be a play at the plate. No, that long glance is in there. And advancing to second is Cameron Miller. So Waynedale cuts into the deficit. My director has wandered away, so we'll wait to get the scoreboard updated here. First pitch hit at the center fielder, who's underneath it. And he'll squeeze it for the final out of the game. 8-4, this one in the books. And Norwayne improving to 9-1 now in the league. Huge victory for them to leapfrog Waynedale back into the driver's seat for the 2024 WCAL crown. Stick around when we come back. We have analysis. Get you all set for the rest of the week here on the OH Report. Keep it here. We'll be right back after a quick commercial timeout.
She got that.
I'm Travis Big League Berardi, and you're watching baseball action exclusively on the OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back with Kasasa.
Thanks to all of you for watching live and free tonight, this great WCAL battle, and it was all brought to you by these amazing sponsors, our friends over at DURF'S Home Improvements. If you can dream it, DURF'S can build it. SUTTON Bank, where you earn the cash reward of your choice for doing simple activities with Kasasa. Scout Construction LLC has more than a decade of business, so you can trust Scout with your roofing and siding needs. Call up Josh Mobley for more information. His number is 419-989-7240. 89 Homes, building homes, earning trust since 1979. And Home and Kitchen Supply has been a one-stop shop for kitchen and baths, windows, and doors located in Mansfield sent. Excuse me. Swallowed a June bug coming over the pass there since 1970. All right, guys. We're going to take a quick commercial timeout. When we come back, we are going to catch up with Ashton Schneider. He's going to be our 89 Homes Most Valuable Player. He'll join me on the other side of this commercial to yo.
She got that.
I'm Travis Big League Berardi, and you're watching baseball action exclusively on the OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Ashton Schneider hanging out with me now after a big win over Waynedale. So they get you at your place last night. Probably one of those games where, you know, it goes extra innings. Not that it's deflating, but you really wanted to keep that one.
Yeah.
So getting them back at their place, just describe the satisfaction.
Oh, it feels good. I mean, it just reminds me of last year how we beat them here and we lost to the place again. But it feels good coming back here, beating them here. Definitely when our old coach, or our coach now, old Waynedale coach, it feels much better just to win it for him and win it for us, keep us in the WCAL race.
Yeah, a lot of storylines, of course, between you two. You've split the conference the last couple of years. Your coach leaves them, goes over there, still teaches over here. So just the build. So what's it been like here the last few days?
I mean, yesterday we were on ourselves a lot. We had to put a pressure. And we just played too tense that game. This game, we came out a little more relaxed, more loose, and just let us play our game we normally do.
Yeah, it definitely showed. I think you got the first hitters, the first four, I should say, on board, and then you come up. There's, I think, all the ducks were on the pond, and then you have the 2 RBI singles. So take me through that first at bat if you can remember way back when.
Yeah, so they called time, got him out. They just hit Lucas, and coach calls me over and just says, you know what they do when they go out there and call time, and after just getting people on base, he's going to come and attack me with a fastball. And I said, I'm ready to swing first pitch, and he threw me a fastball, and I attacked, and it felt good getting a hit after going in a little bit of a slump.
Great night for you, 3 for 4 from the dish. Talk to me about just the approach and overall how you were seeing it out there.
I was just trying to think right center. I was trying to do too much lately, but when I just try to hit gap to gap like that, I just feel better, get on base.
Team, but a very big senior class. You guys have been close to getting over the hump here in the league and taking it all for yourselves. So just break down, just kind of heading into the year, what were some of the standards that you wanted to set for yourself?
I mean, we want to get back to the final like we did last year. We want to win it this year. It was tough last year, a tough loss. It's just big having our senior class like that. We have a bunch of leaders out there, and they do a good job mentoring underclassmen and just helping everybody out.
Well, you leapfrog Waynedale. You're back into the driver's seat now in the WCAL. So what's going to take to finish this baby out and take the crown off for yourselves this year?
I mean, we've got to play Smithville tomorrow. We got to finish the game up in 3 innings, and they say butcher for us for both games. So we're going to go out there.
Big win here tonight, winning on the road. Not a lot of people come into Applecreek and walk away with victory, so you're one of the few to do it. Open up the floor now if you want to take a look at the camera. Shout out as many folks as you want.
Shout out my mom and my dad for keeping me going in the slump. Shout out these two. Lucas Duke for hitting with me every night at Bo Poland's house. And that's all I got.
All right, Ashton Snyder, your MVP, brought to you by 89 Homes.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
It's the 89 Homes post-game show here from Applecreek, where Norwayne coming in, and they will pull out an 8-4 victory as they knock off their rival in Waynedale to take first place in the WCAL all to themselves. I'm Brian Skowronski, been with you on the call all night, and shout out to Ashton Snyder for an awesome interview and an awesome performance all the way around, going 3 for 4. He said he's been in a little bit of a hitting slump. You would not know it from watching tonight's game, and a little bit deceiving sometimes when you look at the scoreboard and you'll see the final count and you're like, wow, 8 runs for Norwayne. They must have really had a lot going offensively, but it's actually the Golden Bears who were able to rock it out. 11 hits here tonight. They just did not make the most of their opportunities. Left a lot of runners on base here tonight as they fall to 12-7 on the season. And Norwayne walking out as victors tonight. Huge win for them after, you know, like I said to Ashton, they're probably a deflating loss last night, losing in 8 innings to a really good 2-time defending state champion, but at the same time, it's one that you want to get when it's at your place. So, you know, that they set the season with 1 win in both of these. They've got Smithville 2 games tomorrow. Like Ashton said, they got to finish one up and then a chance to go 2-0 in the WCAL tomorrow before wrapping things up next week against Northwestern. And for Waynedale, they'll have to try to bounce back against the defending Division IV state champions on Friday. We'll be back here for that game to see if the Golden Bears can get it done. But that will do it for our coverage here tonight. Our first ever live stream in Applecreek. A success, depending on who you root for, I suppose, as Norwayne pulls out the win by 4 runs here on the road. Do gotta thank all of our generous sponsors combining to bring you tonight's action, including DURF'S Home Improvements, 89 Homes, and Building Improvements for being a double sponsor, Home and Kitchen Supply, our friends over at Scout Construction, and then, of course, Sutton Bank as well. For Dylan Farrell and Madeline Suzuto, the 2 camera ops, and Adam Thompson, our producer-director, I am Brian Skowronski saying so long from Applecreek. See you back here